Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't have a video clip today. I'm sure those of you who are women will enjoy it, seeing this beautiful face throughout the whole video. And I'm sure if you're a guy, you're going to hate it because you're going to be jealous of this handsome face. But you know, you got to take the good in with the bad. All right, enough with the bad jokes. Let's talk about today's video. We're going to be talking about Nightflower. You'll find this on Rakuten, Viki Rakuten. It's an app. And this is a South Korean show. It's a historic drama, which I really enjoyed. Enjoy those kind of dramas. That's why I really go to the Asian stuff a lot, because I like those kind of dramas. And you don't really see that many from America. Kind of like none at all. And Europe, you don't really get to see too much over there either. So that's kind of why I gravitate to the Asian side, where you do get a lot of good historic dramas. And enough about that. Let's talk about Nightflower here. Nightflower, to me, kind of reminds me of Batman a little bit. And I'll tell you why. It's because we have this noble woman whose husband died on her wedding day, so she's supposed to be in mourning. So she's wearing white all day. But when the sun goes down, she dresses like a ninja, basically, sneaks out of the house, and she goes around solving crimes, and kind of like, Batman does, only she doesn't have the cool gadgets, but she does have a cool sword, I guess it's cool, and some very good fighting skills. The fighting scenes in this is very well in this show, very well done. I would say for the most part, it's realistic, her fighting against guys. She's not tossing guys around or anything like that. She relies on her speed and her cunning. So as she's going around solving these crimes, she does run into an investigator, and they kind of team up. It kind of becomes like a Gordon, Chief Gordon from Batman. He's kind of like her Gordon, Jim Gordon type of character. He's very straight-laced, goes everything by the books and stuff, which kind of goes when he meets up with her. He's kind of conflicted, because she's kind of like a vigilante a little bit, and she's kind of breaking the law, but he also not only is he a little attracted to her, however, he kind of agrees that she's out there fighting bad guys. So does he arrest her? Does he not arrest her? So you kind of get that dynamic through this show. And so these two, as they're solving these crimes, they kind of stumble upon a bigger crime, is who assassinated the king 15 years ago. And so they're trying to figure out who did that. I kind of wish this show was more of a mystery, because we kind of figure out kind of early on who was the one who actually poisoned the king, assassinated him. He doesn't really say outright early on, but you got your main players. You kind of know who the ringleader is pretty much early on. They do kind of try to throw you off by calling the ringleader of it the elder. I'm making sure I got that right. The elder guy or whatever. And so, they kind of make it sound like there's like a mysterious person behind everything, but you already kind of know who that person is early on. You do get your two main suspects. You got your Empress Dowager, and then you have, I think it's the left minister. In these Korean shows, it's always the left minister who's like the real villain, for some reason. That's the left guy. The left minister is always the baddie for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's how it is in history, back over there, it's always over there in Asia, the eunuchs were always bad, and maybe, especially in China, maybe in Korea, the history of the left minister always being bad. I don't know. Don't know that much Korean history when it takes place that far away. Anyways, enough about that. The show does got great comedic timing. You'll find yourself laughing aloud. The lead actress, Honey Lee, I will say her name because I believe I can pronounce that one right. She gets great facial expressions. She does have great comedic timing. She's wonderful in this. She's a perfect role for this character. Not really making fun of her physique or anything, but she's not like a small woman. Like, she's not like, sometimes you'll see these women are like 5 foot and they weigh like 50 pounds and they're like kicking guys' butts. She's kind of a little taller, at least they make her look that way on screen. I don't know her actual height. And she's kind of she's not overweight, but she's not like thin. You know, you get those bony girls, you know, like really tiny. She's like, you know, healthy. She's healthy. Let's just say she's healthy, all right? I mean, she should be healthy. I mean, she was at one time, I guess, Miss Korea, so she is very pretty. So I'm just kind of trying to say it's a realistic. Her physique's realistic that she would be able to do the fighting skills that she has and be able to actually do damage when she hits a guy. You know, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so the show does have great fighting choreography. The comedic timing is perfect throughout this. Our female lead is a lovable character. She's both really intelligent and naive as well, especially when it comes to physical intimacy. You know, after all, she got married when she was like 15 or 16. Her husband died on her wedding day. I mean, she never did get to meet her husband, such like that. So when they ever talk about intimacy and stuff like that, she's very naive. She doesn't know what they're talking about. But when they're talking about other stuff, you know, she's very intelligent. Makes her character very lovable, I guess you can say, and sympathetic towards her. Our male lead, you know, he is a straight-laced guy. He very, you know, he wants to do everything by the books, like I said earlier. But, you know, we see that he becomes flexible because of her. They make a very good team, our two leads. I think this is an enjoyable show. This is something that, you know, the last few shows I've seen on the historic dramas I've been kind of disappointed with. Like the Matchmakers was one, which I should have known Matchmakers is going to be too romantic for me. But this one has the right mystery, the right amount of comedy, action, and stuff like that. There are some plot holes, like, you know, why is this woman being forced to mourn for her husband? Because they never did consummate the marriage. You know, that's something that's big. Pretty sure that in Korea, at least in the Korean shows I've watched in the past, that, you know, if you don't consummate the marriage is not even legal and stuff like that. So why is she forced to mourn her husband when they never did, you know, and stuff like that. So you do have that's like one of the big plot holes going through here. And then I think they really did probably over exaggerate the role of a widow. You know, it's kind of harsh to make it sound like it's like almost like a death sentence if your husband died. You know, the lifestyle that these women are forced to live is very, like, you know, they couldn't do anything, like you couldn't get out of the house, you had to wear white all the time, stuff like that. You know, I'm sure there was some kind of mourning period, but you know, a 15-year mourning period seems a little exaggerated. Oh man, I can't even speak. Anyways, a little bit excessive. Okay, the other word for excessive, but starts with an E. Pretty sure you know what it is. If you do, put a comment below if you're still here at this time. I'm going to recommend this show. On this channel, we have highly recommend, and recommend with caution. This is a solid recommend. If you like historic dramas, you're going to love it. It has everything that you'll like. It's got your, for a guy, you got your action, you got your comedy, you got your mystery. For your girl, you got all that stuff, and you got your romance in there as well. So check it out. It's called Nightflower. I found it on Viki Rakuten. I'm pretty sure there's other sources you can find it on. Have a great day, and until the next video, adios.